What is going on, you guys? Alex Chasen back here with a brand new video. Hopefully you're having a great day, afternoon, or night, wherever you guys are in this world. And in today's video, let's talk about Victor Wembanyama. Because, oh my gosh, is he exceeding at least my expectations. Maybe not yours. A lot of people were on the hype train. And I was definitely on the hype train to some extent. I was chugging along with the train like, all of us NBA fans pretty much. I wasn't like the one saying, oh my gosh, no way he's going to suck. I just thought there would be an adjustment period. I mean, we saw in Summer League, the smallest of sample sizes, he struggled a little bit. And that wasn't against top-tier NBA talent. That was against rookies, sophomore players, or just guys trying to make a name, trying to get into the league in the first place. So I was like, he was struggling a little bit. Wasn't calling him a bust. I don't call guys busts for like 4 or 5 years. I mean, it takes a lot of time to get comfortable with the NBA game, especially when you're coming from overseas. But that might be changing. I mean, we've seen guys like Luka Doncic completely just come into the NBA and dominate right away. And then there's Victor Wembanyama coming from overseas and completely dominating the NBA right away. But a lot of the time, you see guys like Giannis Antetokounmpo, it took a few years. He had to fill into his body. He was more of a project draft pick, no real high hopes at all. But then he turned into one of the greatest players of all time, of course, and he's only getting better. And then coming back to Victor Wembanyama, coming into the league, and he's already averaging almost 20 points per game, 2.5 blocks a night, almost 10 rebounds a night as well. We are only 8 games into Wemby's rookie year, his first year in the NBA, and he already has a career high of 38 points. And I think the greatest part of all of this, it was against Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns. And Victor Wembanyama showed up. Not only have they beat the Phoenix Suns, the 2 times they've already played them, they played them back-to-back games. Weird how the NBA is implementing that into a lot of their schedules. I don't get it. But anyways, Victor Wembanyama showed up versus Kevin Durant and the Suns, having 18 points the first night, and then when they played him again a couple nights later, 38 points along with 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, a steal. And the shooting splits were utterly insane. I mean, she shot almost 60% from the field and 50% from 3. And that was the question mark, is can he shoot well from the 3? Can he do all of that, come into the NBA? And all the questions about coming into the NBA, let's just throw them out the window. Now, his three-point shooting is a little inconsistent. He's had some nights where he's 0 for 6, 0 for 2, just 0 for, but he's had a lot of nights where he's shooting 50%, 40%, 60%. And it's not like he's taking 3 shots, he's taking 5 or 6 threes, and he's making 50 or 60% of those. But again, a little bit inconsistent, because if you're going 0 for 6 one night and then 3 for 5 the other night, that's something you got to work on. But overall, getting to the rim is easy. Dunking is easy. Just finding a lane to the hoop is utterly, insanely easy, because he can step, 5 feet to the right with one stride, and the guy's like, well, what am I going to do? And then he just throws it up and dunks it. Victor Wembanyama is exceeding my expectations as a rookie. My expectations were there, but I thought it was going to take time for him to come into the league and progress. I thought it was going to take time for him to get comfortable in his body on an NBA court, and I am completely wrong. And I'm not afraid to say I'm completely wrong, because it's not like I was saying he was going to be a bust or a bum. I just thought it was going to take a full year of development. I am wrong. He's going to be Rookie of the Year. I know I said in my prediction I'm going to say Scoot Henderson. Well, Scoot Henderson, that prediction's not looking too hot right now, but I'm not going to overanalyze it. He's a rookie. I just thought Scoot Henderson would be a lot better right away, because he already played with NBA talent in G League Ignite. Hasn't really worked out that way. Let's jump into the team as a whole. The San Antonio Spurs, they're not a great team. I mean, let's be honest here. They're not a great team, but they're obviously a lot better with Victor Wembanyama. They're sitting as the 11th seed in the Western Conference, right outside the play-in. And do I think they're going to be a play-in team? I don't think so, because I think in the long run, I don't think Victor Wembanyama is going to fall back in any way, shape, or form. He's only going to get better, but the talent around him can only take you so far. I mean, Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell both averaged around 20 points per game last year. Their production has completely fallen off because Victor Wembanyama is that guy now. Last year, it was Keldon Johnson. It was Devin Vassell. They were really the main 2 stars of the roster. But now Victor Wembanyama is here, and he's getting the ball 10 out of 10 times versus Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson. Vassell's averaging around 17 a night. Keldon Johnson's averaging around 16 a night. And are they shooting terribly? No. Keldon Johnson's shooting 46%, and then you got Devin Vassell shooting over 50% from the field. So they're shooting well and efficiently. That's great. But like I said, the lack of true top-tier talent can only take you so far. There's not many guys like LeBron James who can carry from the beginning of his career still to today, carry a team deep into the playoffs, to the finals, whatever it may be. There's not many guys like that. He's pretty much the only one who has done that consistently in a career. And Victor Wembanyama is young, and that expectations shouldn't be there for him. He's not LeBron James. He won't be LeBron James. Can he be one of the greats? At this point, he's starting off pretty darn good, maybe. But the point is, the lack of true top-tier talent, they're not going to be amazing this year. I mean, you got Vassell, who's good. They have a really good young core with Wembanyama, Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Zach Collins, who has completely transformed his career from being injury-prone in Portland, then coming to San Antonio, completely revamping his career, averaging 14, 6, 1 block a night, starting all the games alongside Victor Wembanyama. From DNPs in Portland, injury-prone, to completely starting and revamping his career in San Antonio. That's amazing, and he's only 25 years old. You got Jeremy Sohan, Trey Jones, Malachi Branham. They have a good young core with some solid vets. You got Doug McDermott, who's overpaid as anyone in the league for what he does, but is a solid bench piece and just a role player for this team. Jetty Osman's playing all right. They have a solid team that I think, now that you have a true on-the-rise megastar in Victor Wembanyama, could be a little bit under a 500 team. I mean, would they have like 22 wins last year if they were lucky? They could be around 30, 33 wins. But in this tight Western Conference, I'm not sure if that's enough, because a lot of the good teams from 10 up, they're going to have around 40 wins. But, you know, like the 10th seed's going to have like 40 wins. The number 1 seed's going to have 50 wins, and they all could fluctuate in between there. I just don't think the Spurs are quite ready to take that leap into that 40-win mark, be that 10th seed. So I think they can be right outside the play-in. Like right now, they're the 11th seed. They could just land there when the season ends. But I don't think they're ready to be a play-in team. Watch me be wrong, and Victor Wembanyama only gets better and better. But I think that's a next year type of step for this Spurs roster. And is that a problem? It shouldn't be a problem. I mean, Victor Wembanyama is exceeding my expectations. I think he's exceeding many people's expectations for just coming into the league and just effortlessly fitting into his role, fitting into being a star, a rising star, of course, and just fitting into the hype, because he's doing it all. So with that said, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. There was no real direction with today's video. I just really wanted to talk about Victor Wembanyama and how he's been surprising me. And like I've said many times today, not surprising me as I thought he was going to be a bust or not be good. I just didn't think he was going to be this good, this dominant, have this much of a presence on the court right away. It takes time for a lot of greats to adjust to the league. Not Victor Wembanyama. He's came in right away and has dominated since day one, and he's only going to get better, which is the scary part. And then next year, he'll have one other year, one full year of development along with this team he's already on with this young core. The Spurs are going to be good for a long time to come. It's just going to take some time for that team to, as a whole, develop. Victor Wembanyama, he's going to develop so damn fast. But the team as a whole, it's going to take a few years under their belt to develop and become a true playoff team again. But the foundation is there. Victor Wembanyama is him. And I take back my Scoot Henderson pick for Rookie of the Year. Can Scoot Henderson still win it? Sure. But as of right now, he's injured, has missed a few games, didn't play great at all in the games he's already played. Victor Wembanyama has been playing great since day one. Healthy right now, knock on wood. Hopefully everyone stays healthy and stays safe on the court. But yeah, Victor Wembanyama is killing it, and he's only going to get better. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I'll be back very, very soon. And the NBA is in full swing. We are 7 or 8 games in. It's crazy. I mean, like soon it's going to be almost Christmas time. Best time of the year, Christmas Day basketball. The season's going to fly by, but let's stay in the moment. I'll be back soon. And like always, peace out.